All right. So, hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to the channel Mirror Magic podcast with our beautiful soul called Rakhi Chandra. Now, Rakhi Chandra happened to meet me during COVID 2020, and she was going through some difficult phase, which she will uh, tell our audience right now. And doing what we did together about loving ourselves and forgiving whatever was not that great in life. Today, what happened, like when she happened to just text me, ki honey, oh sorry, ma'am, she calls me, that my article was published in Midday. And I was super happy. And I said, wow, this is good. I was really, really happy and proud of her. And I just told that in the text, and she called up and she said, ma'am, this was only because I could love myself and all those stuff.
Yeah.
And that's why immediately I asked her, can we have a podcast? Because many people, many women feel that if you're in the lowest low, that's the end of life. There's nothing, coming out of it. And she's a life example that anything is possible. The journey is long way to go, I'm sure, for each one of us.
Yes,
But it
yes,
is like whenever you are at the lowest low, what did you do? Did you take courage to ask help? Did you really have even 1% hope and work towards it? The transformation happens. So here we go with Rakhi. So today I will just say, how are you feeling now to be here live for the first time as a
yeah.
podcast guest? Yeah,
Yeah.
I would love to know that.
So, for that, I would like really thank you. It's an honor to be part of your podcast because, believe it or not, you are my favorite mentor. So,
Wow.
and I have always told you that. So, I still admire you. And,
Great.
coming to this level from where I was nothing means it's a different thing and a different experience in itself. So, it's an amazing feeling. So, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And because I come from a very like normal background, I think, which to most of the ladies, most of the parents can relate to. So I was a full-time mother, a full-time wife, like a full-time housemaker, just juggling between everybody's schedule and trying my best to meet their needs and make them smile. So the biggest goal is, I think, for all the ladies and everybody is to see the smile on their families' faces. But then there was a phase. Obviously, I had everybody has their own lows and ups and everything. So I was also going through the same thing, and then I was like, I knew that I have lot of talents in me, but I just didn't know what to do with my life. So there was something, some small thing inside me that always told me that I just don't want to be finishing off my life like this. I want to do something. I want to serve the society maybe in some way, whatever it is, or maybe if I can motivate someone. In my wildest dreams ever, I had never ever thought that I will be interviewed by a reporter for the Midday newspaper. So then I had not even my wildest dreams thought that you will ask me for this. And then I didn't even think that my mentor for handwriting, she will ask me to go to have a live session with her. So I feel it's a miracle for me. And maybe the journey has just begun. But I always feel that yes, everybody can relate to it. The only thing is that we have to work on ourselves. So just thank you so much for giving me this platform. And मुझे actually उस लायक समझने के लिए कि मैं यहाँ पर आपके साथ बैठ सकूं और कुछ चीजें शेयर कर सकूं जो मैंने शायद आपसे ही सीखी हैं.
So, so beautiful. And I'm uh, now you being a teacher, of course, we'll come to it, ki how the journey happened. You understand the biggest success for any teacher or a mentor is the success of a student.
Yes, true,
And
very
I
true.
wasn't very happy when I received this trophy for my achievement, but I was very happy when you messaged me that because we know the journey from where the child, where the student comes from. So I'm really, really happy and proud for you. So let us take the audience back in 2020 or maybe some years before that. What was that going on? I mean, I know you were very hardworking, whatever work was given, you were like very sincere. And that is the payoff you're getting it right. And I was very, very sure it's going to work because if you work with the system works for you.
Yes,
And you have proved it already. And then, of course, I'm sure there are many more awards and rewards and name, fame. Everything is going to be on
thank
your way. Absolutely no limit here.
thank
But
you.
then, what was going on, if you would be okay to share with the audience,
Yes, of
and
course,
what
Miss.
made you connect to me as a self-love coach, or like, yeah.
Yeah. So, like when I got connected to in 2020, so it was somewhere in I think July 2020 or August beginning. It was somewhere. And obviously COVID had taken toll on everybody's minds, yeah. So and till that time I was like married for I think 15 16 years, 16 yeah, 16 years. And then every day, you know, the same thing, like I'm waking up, I'm attending to my family's needs, I'm not doing myself. And yes, everybody, every single person, be it a male or a female, goes through ups and downs of the family life.
Right.
So, you know, the problem begins when we don't accept it. And I think none of us accept it. This is what I feel. So, it is the entire journey that takes you to that level that you start accepting.
Right.
So I was also going through the same phase, lots of things happening in the house front and everywhere. So same way it was like, you know, I was completely in a negative zone. So my thinking was like, I'm good for nothing. I just can't, you know, I'm not a good mother. Maybe I'm not a good wife. Maybe I'm not a good daughter also. You know, so a lot of things. So everything was like, I am not good. So, and that is why people, you know, take me for granted, be it anybody. So, that is what my thinking was. And I had accepted myself like that, ki, okay, nothing can work for me at all. So, I don't know, I still don't remember how I came through your Ho'oponopono session. And that was a free session. And I didn't know anything about Ho'oponopono. So I think it was probably Kamal sir's group that I got through, probably that. And then I thought, ki, okay, let me do it, because somewhere or the other, I was, no matter what, I was always inclined towards spirituality. And spirituality for me is not like, कि, you know, आप पूजा पाठ कर रहे हो, दिन भर बैठे हो, भजन कीर्तन कर रहे हो. No, it is like your entire faith is in God. You don't lose hope no matter how bad the situations are. So that is what spirituality for me is. So when I joined your session and I learned Ho'oponopono, so that was something new for me. And at that time I didn't even believe. But you made us do. I did it for some time. And then, but you know, your aura, your smile, I still say that, I somehow got connected. So I have always believed in the energy work. So I didn't know it is called as energy work. So, but when my father, since my childhood, my parents were always spiritual, तो वो हमेशा बताते थे कि you know भगवान हेल्प करते हैं, ये करते हैं, वो करते हैं, so भगवान पे विश्वास रखो. So कहीं ना कहीं मेरा इंक्लिनेशन था उधर, तो मैं एक्सेप्ट करती थी चीजों को. फिर मैंने जब आपका सेशन ज्वाइन किया तो आपने मुझे जब मैंने आपका वो 1 आवर डेली जो हम लोग मंडे टू फ्राइडे सेशन लेते थे, दैट यू नो स्टार्टेड एक्चुअली आई वुड से कि डिगिंग अप मी फ्रॉम विद इन. तब तब वो सेशंस अटेंड करके मुझे समझ आया कि आई हैव सो मच इनसाइड मी व्हिच आई डिडंट इवन नो. यू नो आई हैव सो मच एंड मैंने इतना दबा रखा है. So you made us do Ho'oponopono. You made us do the forgiveness technique. You taught me what is soul connection, what is soul work. तो तब मुझे वो समझ आया कि सोल वर्ल्ड भी कुछ होता है एंड सोल कनेक्शंस भी कुछ होते हैं. सो दैट स्टार्टेड मेकिंग सेंस टू मी. फिर सेल्फ लव सिखाया, फिर आपने मिरर वर्क सिखाया एंड एंड फ्यू मोर थिंग्स यू टॉट अस. एंड affirmations, yes, of course. Then inner child meditation आप हमें करवाते थे. So you know all these things made me realize that somewhere or the other I am broken from within. तो मैंने अपने ऊपर काम करना शुरू किया एंड दैट वाज 5 months ऑफ वर्क दैट यू डिड, और 4 5 months. एंड देन उसमें काफी कुछ मैंने मुझे समझ आ गया कि मैं कहाँ से वर्क कर रही हूँ. देन आई अंडरस्टूड कि इट इज नॉट दैट आई एम ब्लेमिंग माई चिल्ड्रेन, माई सेल्फ, माई हस्बैंड, बट आई वॉज ऑल्सो ब्लेमिंग माई पेरेंट्स, विच आई डेंट नो एक्चुअली. कि मैं कहीं ना कहीं बैक ऑफ द माइंड तो उन्हें भी ब्लेम कर रही हूँ कि ये सब चीजों के लिए वो भी रिस्पॉन्सिबल है. बट देन वो उसके बाद आपने हील योर मैजिक बाय लुइस है जो कोर्स था, you introduced that to us, and I enrolled it for it, and I didn't do it for the first time. I didn't do it. I did it a little bit because somehow things were just not connecting to me. Then one day again I started ki okay, after 6 months I literally started the same course, and then I said ki okay, let me do it this time, and I religiously did it with you. एंड मतलब उसके बाद जो उसमें क्वेश्चंस आए, जो सब कुछ आया उसमें, that I feel actually healed me so much. So lot of things worked for me. I understood the meaning of self-love. You said, it is not selfishness. It is just loving yourself and accepting yourself, taking time out for yourself. Setting boundaries was the most important thing because as females, I think all over the world, and maybe more so in India, the females, they are always giving, giving, giving. So I was also one of them. Then you told us that it is not that you are not giving after that. It is only that, okay, like after 10 o'clock, you set your boundary, okay, after 10, I'm not available to anyone because that is my time. And that was the time when I started setting the boundary with my children, and especially my son, because he was like really small that time, and like 5 6 years maybe that time, 6 7 years. So तब वो मुझे रात को 11 बजे सोना है, 12 बजे सोना है, and he wanted me. So then I started setting my boundary कि okay, I'll be available to you till 10. After that you have to sleep on your own or you have to come to mama's room. So that was my beginning, and that made me realize ki yes, it is working. So it when it is working, my child is respecting my time also, and he's accepting me as I am. He's understanding, though he's little, but he's understanding ki yes, mama ka bhi time hai, and I should not disturb her that time. So that is how my journey began. Then setting up the boundaries, I started expanding it. Ki, okay, it is not only with my children, but it is with the other members of the family. It is with the people outside. So I had always been a very a person who always, feel like the first one to help. It has never been like in my mom's name, I would say it has never been that I've done that for praise, but I have something inside me that tells me, okay, यार help कर दे इसको, चाहे वो एक मैसेज की उसको जरूरत हो. जैसे कमल सर के ग्रुप्स हैं, उसमें हेल्थ मैजिक ग्रुप है, तो उसमें किसी को स्विच वर्ड्स चाहिए, तो आई फील कि पता नहीं किसको कितनी जरूरत है उसकी, शायद एक छोटे से उसको हेल्प से उसको एक रिलीफ हो जाए. तो आई ऑलवेज फील कि हेल्प कर दो. सो आई हैव दैट वे, दैट काइंड ऑफ अ पर्सन. So then I started setting boundaries everywhere. So I understood, okay, okay, this is my time. Then that was the time I actually came through somebody like a person जो decoratives बनाते हैं, जैसे festival decoratives. So then it clicked me somehow कि why don't I do it? Because I was always a creative person. So I thought कि okay, let me do it and I can go for reselling. Then I started it, but then it made me realize क्योंकि मेरे अंदर बस ये था कि मुझे कुछ तो करना है जहां से मैं कनेक्ट फील करूँ. तो क्रिएटिविटी हैज ऑलवेज बीन माय स्ट्रेंथ, तो मुझे वही अच्छा लग रहा था. But then that taught me one thing, that it is not about creativity, it is about selling the stuff. So you need to gather people, but how can I gather people when I am myself so negative from within? So how can I do that? How can I connect with people? And मेरे बच्चे भी घर में हैं, कोविड का टाइम है, it is so much of work because people 10 people will ask you for the same thing, but maybe one or not even one will order for it. So then it was probably few months, and after 4 5 months, I got a breakthrough, good breakthrough. But then that I continued for 2 years or so. But then it was, it taught me, especially during COVID, that this is not what I want, because my first priority is my children. If my children are getting neglected for this thing because I have to spend so much of time here, it is not for me. So then I was like, okay. So then the years kept passing. I came through few more things. So, but I was doing little, very little. I was doing, but I was not happy. So then, through Kamal sir, I went to OJS, and that was a wellness center. And there I learned, and क्योंकि मुझे physical issues भी बहुत हो रहे थे उस time, so then the kind of detoxification happened, and एक healthy approach उन लोगों ने सिखाई. That really helped me because I understood the art of eating actually. So
Mm.
what हम लोगों को लगता है कि हम कुछ भी खा सकते हैं, it gives us energy, but ऐसा नहीं होता है. So it was like I understood that. तो वो एक छोटा सा part हुआ. Then वहां पर एक तो जो फर्स्ट एक अप्रिसिएशन था जो मुझे कभी नहीं मतलब मे बी आई वाज समवेयर फ्रॉम विद इन, आई वाज आस्किंग फॉर इट. ऑब्वियसली एवरीबody craves for it, so I was also that moment, I was also the same. तो वहां पे एक कैरियोके नाइट थी. आई डेंट नो व्हाट इज कैरियोके. तो कैरियोके मुझे नहीं पता था, तो मैंने कहा आई कांट सिंग ऑन कैरियोके, मैं ऐसे ही गा सकती हूँ बिकॉज कहीं ना कहीं मुझे गाना अच्छा लगता था, बट मैंने कभी नहीं गाया था. So I sang one song without karaoke, so just on mic, and people literally applauded so much that without any music, without anything, you sang so well. And it gave me the best feeling that time. बहुत अच्छा लगा कि yes, see, मेरे अंदर जो अच्छा है वो आज भी है. Then the time passed off. Then एक साल 1.5 साल बाद, मीन्स अभी से आई थिंक 2 ढाई साल पहले करीब, तो सडनली किसी एक ग्रुप में मुझे एक मैसेज आया कि यहाँ पर सीनियर सिटीजन्स का एक ग्रुप है जुहू में, एंड वहाँ पे वो लोग कैरियोके इवेंट ऑर्गेनाइज करते हैं. दे डू अ लॉट फॉर द सीनियर सिटीजन्स. तो मेरे बच्चों ने एक्चुअली मुझे बोला कि मम्मा जस्ट गो एंड ट्राई. तो आई सेड अभी कल ही वो है, ऑडिशन है, हाउ विल आई डू, मीन्स आई एम जस्ट नॉट प्रिपेयर्ड. तो माय किड्स वर लाइक कि नहीं, जितना आता है उतना गा लो, क्या होगा, वापस आ जाओगे. आई सेड ओके. तो मैंने विदाउट एनी प्रिपरेशन आई वेंट देयर, आई sang एंड दे selected me
Wow.
to sing on the stage. And I got goosebumps. I was happy, but I got goosebumps. Ki, how can I do it without, even preparing for it? But then I sang on the platform in front of like maybe I think 50, 60 people. And everybody acknowledged it and everybody appreciated it because it went really well. So then it gave me that confidence. फिर मैं अपने आप को सर्च कर रही थी बिकॉज मेरे पास इतना टाइम नहीं है कि मैं सिंगिंग सीखूं, या मुझे आर्ट बहुत अच्छी लगती है तो मैं आर्ट में अपना टाइम बहुत स्पेंड करूं, बिकॉज दीज ऑल थिंग्स नीड लॉट ऑफ टाइम and I have to cater to my family. So then I was constantly on the lookout, and then I came across a course जो handwriting का था. तो then I thought कि okay, मैं let me try this because handwriting तो जरूरी है सबके लिए, at least स्कूल में तो है. So then I did it, but then I was scared of starting. मैंने कोर्स तो कर लिया. It took me 6 months. मुझे डांट भी पड़ी मेरे मेंटर से. And then she said कि जब तुम शुरू नहीं करोगी तो तुम, how can you ask so many questions? You will always have questions without doing anything. So you do it, you will answer yourself. So that clicked me so much that I began my journey there. And then from there I came here, and now this midday article came. I'm like really thankful to the lady who through whom I got this, because she took a demo session for her child, but she didn't enroll because she said that currently my child is not in the zone of accepting that his writing needs little work, so I want him to give that I want to give that time to him, and I'll surely connect with you a little later. So I was like, okay, and this was 6 months before. And now this suddenly this lady contacts me, I got your number from so and so person, and I would like to, interview for the handwriting article that we are going to publish in our newspaper. So I was like, yeah, sure. So I didn't know that it's a big article, and it's on the good main page, the 14th page it was, I think. And but it was a huge article. And and they gave, like, the platform that I received was obviously huge. When I called you and I spoke to you, because I actually thanked you, and still I thank you, because जहां मैं आज हूँ, जो मेरे अंदर कॉन्फिडेंस है, वो सब कहीं ना कहीं आपने मेरे अंदर वो लाया है. फिर मैंने अपने मेंटर को भी कॉल किया, तो शी देन टोल्ड मी कि इट्स अ बिग थिंग. So it's a big achievement. And then she appreciated. So then in last few days I realized कि एंड मैंने इनफैक्ट जब आपने मुझे पॉडकास्ट का दिया इट केम एज अ सरप्राइज, अ ब्यूटीफुल सरप्राइज. एंड देन यू नो माय माइंड स्टार्टेड वर्किंग कि मैं कहाँ थी और मैं कहाँ आई हूँ. सो जब मैं वहां से फ्रॉम दिस लेवल आई कैन कम टू दिस लेवल, आई थिंक एवरीबडी कैन डू इट. This like what my journey till today is.
So powerful and so amazing and so consistency is the word which I can see. Like you've been trying and you've been working and you've been achieving, like, whether it was singing or it was box packing. I remember that was a time when we were there together, used to do it.
Yes, yes,
And of course, it is a challenging to get the clients, like people like us, because I know you are more similar to me
yes.
and more nurturing and more caring and more giving. So it has to come in this way, the way we are teachers, kind of a thing.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, and that's the only thing that suits us the most. I mean, of course, everything else is a part and the parts of us. So I would say, ask you, like, do you still continue loving yourself? Are you into that practice, or do you still continue forgiveness? Because forgiveness is not one-time job. Like
Oh
you did
yes,
some post and it's over. It is like ongoing. And if you could explain me or the audience, like, I
yes.
believe the first layer you forgive, there will be certainly other layer coming up, and then you need to keep on working. So are you doing it? Are you off it?
No, 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 miss. I'm doing it. But it is, what I want to make people understand through this podcast is कि जब हमें ये बोला जाता है ना कि सेल्फ लव करो, मिरर वर्क करो, एफर्मेशंस करो, एंड लॉट ऑफ अदर थिंग्स कि ओके मेडिटेशन करो, तुम योगा करो, ये करो, वो करो. सो इट्स लाइक क्या क्या करो, बिकॉज इंटरनली मैं इतना एग्जॉस्टेड हूँ, तो माइंड उस टाइम क्लियरली सोचेगा ही नहीं, तो मैं क्या क्या करूँ. इज लाइक इट हैपेंस. तो मैं क्या करती हूँ इस कि जब भी, बिकॉज नाउ आई नो कि होपोनोपोनो कैसे काम करता है. ट्रस्ट मी इट वर्क्स. Why? Because from the time when I didn't know what it is, I couldn't even pronounce it properly कि what it is. From the time I do it myself, एंड नथिंग, ऐसा नहीं कि मैं एवरीडे मिरर वर्क कर रही हूँ, एवरीडे एफर्मेशंस कर रही हूँ, एवरीडे. द व्हाट आई लर्नड इज दैट थ्रू आउट योर लाइफ इट इज योर कांस्टेंट वर्क. एंड हमें ये बर्डन नहीं लेना चाहिए कि मुझे ये भी करना है, ये भी करना है, ये भी करना है, इसलिए तभी मैं सक्सेसफुल हो सकती हूँ. नो, इट इज नॉट लाइक दैट. दीज आर ऑल द टूल्स दैट चेंज यू mentally, not that they will change the people outside. You start seeing the कि अच्छा ठीक है, अब वो मेरे साथ ऐसे नहीं कर रहा है, वो ऐसे नहीं. नो, you change from within. तो वो सारे टूल्स थोड़ा 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 काम करते हैं. एंड द बेस्ट पार्ट दैट आई लर्न फ्रॉम यू इज जो चीज तुम्हारे दिल को कनेक्ट करती है, जो तुम्हारा दिल बोलता है, दैट इज योर वॉइस. दैट इज व्हाट गॉड इज टेलिंग यू टू गो फॉर इट. सो आई गो बाय इट. जिस दिन मुझे लगता है कि मुझे मिरर वर्क करना है, आई डू दैट. नहीं होता है, नहीं करना है मुझे. एफर्मेशंस जैसे मैंने अभी क्या कर लिया है कि लेंदी एफर्मेशंस नहीं होंगी, बिकॉज द मॉर्निंग व्हेन आई वेक अप एट 5 माय डे स्टार्ट्स. तो मैं क्या करती हूँ कि मैं भगवान का नाम लेती हूँ, एंड देन चार पांच छोटी छोटी सी एफर्मेशंस मैं सिंपली बोल लेती हूँ कि और कुछ नहीं, तो आई एम पीसफुल. जिस दिन मुझे जो चीज फील होती है मैं उस दिन वो बोल लेती हूँ. बट अब वो मेरा एक पार्ट ऑफ लाइफ बन गया है, तो वो ऑटोमेटिकली हो जाता है. एंड आई हैव नोटिस्ड कि व्हेन आई एम अबाउट टू वेक अप, आई एम नॉट येट वोकन अप, it starts, it automatically starts. So I start taking the name जबकि alarm नहीं बजा है, but my mind has started doing it. So this was one day, तो I was like कि मेरी sleep ही restless है. But then I realized कि no, my mind is so habitual of it that वो start कर दिया उसने अपने आप से. सो आई एंजॉय डूइंग दैट. तो वो अपने आप ही, मैं खाना बनाती हूँ, टिफिन पैक करती हूँ, आई कीप डूइंग दैट. देन जैसे इनर चाइल्ड का है, मुझे मेडिटेशन कनेक्ट करता है, मुझे अच्छा लगता है. सो इफ नॉट एवरी डे, जब भी मन कर रहा है आपका, सुबह में या शाम को, जब भी आपका मन कर रहा है, यू डू इट. सिट फॉर 5 minutes, sit for 10 minutes. So I am not doing everything every day, but I am doing all the things whenever my heart tells me कि आज मेरे मुझे इच्छा है ये करने की. So all these things helped me to heal myself from within. They helped me to understand where I am broken, where are the cuts, where are the wounds, where I need to heal. And the best part of using all these techniques was that I understood that I'm unnecessarily blaming people around me, be it my family, be it my, whosoever the person is, third person, koi bhi. So, but then it made me realize कि actually it is me who is responsible for it. So होपोनोपोनो ये भी कहती है जैसे या और भी चीजें यही बोलती हैं कि everything is within you, how you see yourself. So the best sentence that I still remember is, when you don't love yourself, how do you expect people to love you? So your responsibility is towards yourself. तो एज लेडी मैं आज मतलब मैं ये चाहती हूँ कि द लेडीज, यू नो, द फीमेल्स शुड अंडरस्टैंड वर्क विल नेवर एंड, responsibilities will never end, they will always remain throughout the same till we are on this earth. Still work on yourself. And I experienced it myself. When I'm happy from within, I'm able to, you know, pour more love because मैं अंदर से relaxed हूँ. So there one more sentence of yours, कि you know, when your cup is full of love, you will pour out love. When your cup is full of hatred, anger, irritation, you will pour out that. So it used to happen कि मैं इतनी frustrated हूँ, अंदर से irritated हूँ because nothing is working for me. I'm just being used, मुझे ऐसा feel होता था. तो मैं बच्चों पे गुस्सा निकालती थी because that's, you know, they are the easy target for all the mothers and for all the ladies I feel. तो हम वहां पर पहुंच जाते हैं. बट देन इट मेड मी रियलाइज कि जब मैं ही पेशेंट नहीं हूं तो मैं अपने बच्चों को भी तो वही सिखा रही हूँ. So then again, my daughter was a very big support to me. My son, he taught me so many things because वो मेरी daughter से एकदम opposite है. तो वो छटपट है, you know him too, yeah. So he was always the, you know, the bubbly kind and, you know, the naughty fellow, always disturbing and breaking and this and that. But then he taught me, I took him as my teacher. So now, after all this healing journey, in last 2 years, I would say that last 2 years were a milestone for me, I would say, because I started accepting my husband as he is,
Wow.
not as what he is doing to me. I accepted my children as they are, not as what I want them to be. Same for my in-laws, same for my father, same for everybody around me. I stopped completely blaming. I stopped completely putting forth my views कि नहीं मुझे ये सही लग रहा है तो आप मेरा भी तो perspective understand करो ना. No, I instead learned to accept their perspective. And मेरा way of speaking ही change हो गया मिस. जैसे मैंने मेरा बेटे को मैं ऐसा नहीं कि अभी झगड़ा नहीं होता है या you know गुस्सा नहीं करती हूँ मैं. It will always be there. But what I do is कि okay, this is what you have to do, because यहाँ पे कहीं पे भी कोई भी ifs and buts नहीं होंगे. You have to accept what I am telling you. हाँ, इस जगह पे मैं तुम्हारे साथ में compromises कर सकती हूँ. Now you talk to me. Then I learned the one example I will give you, which is like I think 6 महीने पहले का, which was a big eye opener for me. हाँ, मैं जब गुस्सा होती थी अपने बेटे पर या यू नो अपनी डॉटर पर, किसी पर भी, आई यूज टू गो वॉक आउट ऑफ द रूम, बैंग द डोर एंड गो. This is, I think, everybody does it. Most of the people do it. My son did it once. And when I went to him, I was like, how can you do that to me? You know, how can you bang the door on my face? So the sentence he said, don't you do that to me? And that hit me so badly. And I was like, okay. I immediately said, I'm really sorry. मेरा जो गुस्सा था वो खत्म हो गया. And I was like, I'm really sorry. I made you feel that without even realizing how you are feeling. And I promise you that from today to going forward, I will never do that. And till date, I have not banged the door. एंड देन व्हेन ही डिड इट, सो आई ऑलवेज, ऐसा नहीं कि देखो मैंने तो बंद कर दिया तुम तो फिर भी कर रहे हो. नो, आरव, सी मम्मा इज डूइंग इट सो यू कैन टू. So you know he started doing that, and now trust me, now miss, he doesn't bang the door. he doesn't get irritated, teenager है, बहुत सारे hormonal changes हैं, but he is still learning from me कि okay, when जब मैं उसको वैसे ही सिखाती हूँ, जब मैं कर सकती हूँ तो तुम भी कर सकते हो, sooner the better. तो वो भी सीख रहा है, तो वो reactions को अपने control करता है, impulsivity को control करता है. So he's accepting, he's learning कि okay, this is not the way to react. So the best thing I feel ki I'm successful because I learned something good which I'm passing on. And the best is that my children will pass on the same thing to their children. So it
Wow.
is, I feel the generations have started healing. So I take myself as the healer now, without any degree.
Yeah.
I am the healer of my generation and my
Absolutely.
children
And
and generations to come.
And
So
Rakhi, you brought out such a important point here that if you're working on yourself, working as in you're just loving yourself and accepting yourself and ready to change. I'm willing to change. That was the first thing I used to keep telling people to repeat it. You're not only healing yourself, you're not only filling your cup, you're healing the generations, you're healing the generational patterns. So it is so important, and I'm so glad that you got this on the platform here, because I keep telling people like it is not only investment in yourself, it's about investment in generational healing. The patterns have been passing some awakened soul, which feels I'm not awakened, but that person has to start the journey,
true.
and that person has to really take responsibility not only of your life but the life of the children coming up and the next generation and all. So glad that you put up this point and so glad it is working
It is
now.
working, miss.
Yeah, what you shared is amazing about the ritual that you follow, whatever comes easy, whatever is a call for a day or your energies of that day that you follow. You do not have to do all of them, which is a good sigh of relief for people who feel कि ये भी करना, ये भी करना, ये भी करना. But for the beginners, what will be your message? Those who don't know all this thing. So do you think they can also be very casual, or they can do one day, 10 days they don't, and second day they
No,
do?
no. It's always like जब हमें, as a housewife again, I will, I can give examples from within the house. Like
Yeah.
अगर मुझे एक पार्टी के लिए खाना बनाना है, and like I know that 10 people are going to be here at my house for dinner, so I can just randomly, stand and start making it, okay, 15 minute में बन जाएगा. No, I have to work hard since the morning or a day prior कि grocery list बनाओ, क्या खाने की बनाना है उसकी list बनाओ, grocery इकट्ठी करो, सुबह से लग जाओ रात तक, so that you give your best, you know. सो वेन यू गिव योर बेस्ट, तो आपने इतना सारा हार्ड वर्क किया है 2 दिन पहले से, 3 दिन पहले से, एंड देन द फाइनल आउटकम गिव्स यू रिजल्ट. तब आप आराम से बैठ सकते हो कि ठीक है चलो, तब आप अपने हस्बैंड को बोल सकते हो कि अरे आप ये उठा के ला दो, बच्चों को बोल सकते हो आप ये ला दो. बट who did the main work? It was you who has, prepared everything for everybody. So it's the same for ourselves. If I am broken now, if I'm broken badly, I'm so negative. It is not one day, doing everything जब मन आया तब कर लिया. No, the best thing that I feel is writing. जो आपने सिखाया, जैसे मैं एक और मतलब वो टेक्निक, not exactly because you are the best person to teach that, but what I understood is कि when I wrote so many things in Heal Your Life course and other courses like forgiveness का आपका सेशन थे 2 दिन के, मैंने वो अटेंड किए. So I used to religiously attend those things क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं मेरा मन अटक रहा था वहां पर एंड मुझे फर्क दिख रहा था कि ऐसा नहीं कि पीपल आर चेंजिंग, बट मुझे अपने अंदर वो फर्क दिख रहा था कि इट इज सम हाउ कामिंग माई सेल्फ, इट इज गिविंग मी रिलीफ. तो मैं कर रही थी. तो जैसे लिखना होता है, तो आप लिखो अपने इमोशंस को. आई टेल माई डॉटर टुडे, आई टेल माई सन ऑल्सो कि बेटा अगर आपको कभी भी नेगेटिव इमोशंस आ रहे हैं, जो आपने जैसे बोला, आपने मुझे एक बार बोला था कि अगर आप अपने हस्बैंड से नेगेटिव फील कर रहे हो, यू आर इरिटेटेड, या आप अपने बच्चों से, obviously Raki, you will not go and pour out your anger on them. They are your family, you are going to create more issues. It is better to write on the paper, either then tear it and throw it or burn it or whatever. I did it multiple times. And that was, you call it journaling, miss, you call it just forgiveness, you call it whatever name you give it. but that works because it is a very positive way of pouring out your emotions. तो आपको नहीं टाइम मिल रहा, 5 मिनट के लिए बैठ जाओ. So but initially I think the best thing that works is writing down, because writing helps you understand your emotions from within. It helps you understand where you are lacking from inside. It gives you clarity. तो वो बहुत एक जरूरी है. सो दिस राइटिंग एक्सरसाइज आई फील इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सेल्फ लव, यस ऑफ कोर्स, सेल्फ लव इज नॉट अबाउट बीइंग डेक्ड अप एंड कि ओके अब तो मैं कुछ नहीं करूंगी, और बीइंग सेल्फिश कि ओके मेरा टाइम है तो मैं बच्चों को भी खाना नहीं दूंगी, हस्बैंड को भी खाना नहीं दूंगी. नो, सेल्फ लव इज कि ओके अपने लिए टाइम एक्सट्रैक्ट कर रहे हो, दिस इज माई मी टाइम. चाहे मुझे मेडिटेशन करनी है, चाहे टीवी देखना है, यू आई टेल माई फैमिली कि ओके दिस इज माई मी टाइम एंड आई वॉन्ट 15-20 minutes फॉर माई सेल्फ. प्लीज मेरे को उतनी देर आप परेशान नहीं करना या कुछ नहीं पूछना, उसके बाद आप मुझे आके पूछ लेना. एंड नाउ माई फैमिली रिस्पेक्ट्स दैट.
Wow.
So initially, yes, you have to work a little more and consistently on yourself, and then you can use multiple ways, whatever way you feel like.
Beautiful. For sharing, because there are multiple type of people who are watching us, right? So there are levels. Once you master it, let it happen on its own. Now, I would also like to ask you. There are many more questions when you keep,
Yes,
sharing
please.
about these things. So I think audience might have this question or that question. So the very first question coming to my mind for now is, what is the role of a mentor in this training? Because writing is not a new technique. It's available on YouTube and the books and all.
Yes,
Uh, about any Ho'oponopono, the entire books and all are there.
right.
But about forgiveness, about anger, release, and everything, there are a lot of knowledge is always available everywhere.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
do you think there is an important role of a mentor to have like
Yes,
somebody, and why do you think that when everything is available?
absolutely, miss. It is very, very, very important. It is like, it is, I would take it as a mother holding the child. I take it like that. Why? Because when my child is just learning to walk, उसने अभी खड़ा होना सीखा है, मैं उसको हाथ छोड़ के एकदम से कह दूं अब तो तुमने खड़ा होना सीख लिया, तुम चलना भी सीख लो, नहीं. फॉर अ लॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, मे बी फ्यू मंथ्स, आई हैव टू होल्ड हिज और हर हैंड कि बच्चा मैं तुम्हारे साथ हूँ. वो सपोर्ट, वो जो एक मॉरल सपोर्ट चाहिए, वो जो एक गाइडेंस चाहिए, दैट कम्स फ्रॉम द मेंटर. ट्रस्ट मी मैम, अगर मैं अकेले करती कि ठीक है इंटरनेट पे सब नॉलेज है, देयर वोंट बी एनी कंसिस्टेंसी. अगर मैं ये सोच रही हूँ, आज मैं अगर सपोज मेडिटेशन क्लास नहीं है और मैं सोच रही हूँ मुझे रोज मेडिटेशन करनी है, मैं नहीं करती. But the day I will join that meditation class, I will be responsible. I feel that responsibility to attend it. The same comes from this class. It will not let you deviate from your path. It will keep you stuck on that path of achievements, the path of opening up yourself, the path of understanding yourself. सो ये एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट है. दूसरा, जो नॉलेज है वो इतनी ज्यादा है इंटरनेट पे, आप कितना पढ़ेंगे, आप कितना उसको अप्लाई करेंगे. आप एक पढ़ेंगे, दो पढ़ेंगे, तीन पढ़ेंगे एंड यूल से कि बस हो गया मेरे लिए. बट जब मेंटर होता है ना, बिकॉज दैट पर्सन अंडरस्टैंड्स यू, बिकॉज दैट पर्सन इज वर्किंग विद यू, तो वो आपको राइट ऑन दैट पॉइंट ही गाइड करेंगे. Like in our class also, when you were guiding us, there were 5 6 of us, yeah, and you were guiding each of us in a separate way. So I remember you telling, everyone has their own journey. We can't connect two people together. So आप हमें हर किसी को उसी तरह से गाइड करते थे. एंड जो चीजें आपने सिखाई, जो हीलिंग आपने मुझे दी है एज पर्सन, आई नो अदर पीपल ऑल्सो, लाइक आपके और भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं, वो भी कितना अप्रिशिएट करते हैं. बिकॉज ट्रस्ट मी, दैट इज व्हाई आई इन द बिगनिंग ऑफ द दिस मीटिंग आई सेड दैट यू आर माय फेवरेट मेंटर. बिकॉज इट इज नॉट दैट कि आपने मुझे हील करने के लिए यहाँ तक लेके आया, हील करके यहाँ तक लेके आया, बट इट इज बिकॉज योर एनर्जी इज लाइक दैट. You are so down to earth, you are always available to your students, you guide them right on point, you're always patient with them. So to have a mentor like you who understands you from within and who understands the need, कि आपको कहाँ पर जरूरत है, सो इट्स अ ब्लेसिंग. So that is why I feel कि mentors are very important because they will take you, keep you on that path of enlightenment.
Wow. Thank you, and
So
thank you
for
for
me, you have been that
accepting
person.
that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I myself didn't know that I will be a mentor to somebody, and the journey, like, a part of, I think most from a journey, it is well. So the next thing what came to my mind before this was about Heal Your Life journey and about all the today or one day program that we did together
Yeah.
about mind body connection, about forgiveness is a way of going ahead. There are different workshops that we had, and you were always a yes person. You were like so declare कि मेरे को तो आना है because so
Yeah.
how do you feel? Is it, or do you think you need to take a pause and then go, or do you think कि जब भी तुम रेडी हो सब सीख लो एंड देन अप्लाई करते जाओ एंड देन यू कैन सी द रिजल्ट्स एंड देन वट एवर इज रिक्वायर्ड वी कैन यूज इट एज इन व्हेन द टाइम कम्स.
Miss, when in my case, when I was go through that, when I was going through that phase, वो phase मेरा ऐसे था कि मुझे I was desperate. I was desperate to prove myself because मुझे पता है कि कहीं ना कहीं I was lacking so much from within, तो मुझे लग रहा था मैं useless हूँ, literally useless. Okay. तो जब आपके वो सेशंस थे, when one session helped me, the other helped me, जो 5 months मैंने किया आपका 1 hour रिचुअल हम लोग करते थे, then I came across this heal your life, then I also did the forgiveness session, then I also did moon meditation with you, then I also did other meditation, then I did inner child meditation, I did mirror workshop with you, I did self love workshop. And मतलब सब कुछ वो बहुत छोटी छोटी जो मे बी 2 दिन, दैट 2 दिन की वर्कशॉप इज नॉट दैट 2 days का कैसे हेल्प करेगा. इट टीचेस यू, इट गाइड्स यू. तो आपका जिस वक्त जो मन कर रहा है आप वो अटेंड कीजिए, लर्न दैट टेक्निक, और उसको आप अपने आप जब भी आप उसको फॉलो कर सकते हैं, यूज कर सकते हैं, करिए. सो इट इज नॉट दैट कि आप सारी एक साथ सीख लो या आप स्प्लिट करके सीखो, आपको जैसा ठीक लगता है. जस्ट गो बाय योर इनर इंस्टिंक्ट्स कि मुझे ये मन है कि ये करना है, इसलिए मैं ये कर रही हूँ. देन आपने मुझे ये भी बोला था कि ऑब्वियसली फाइनेंशियल चैलेंजेस भी होते हैं, सब कुछ है कि मैं इतने सारे कोर्स कर रही हूँ, आई हैव टू सी एवरीथिंग. तो कुछ बाय गॉड्स ग्रेस केम फ्री टू मी, कुछ मैंने इन्वेस्ट किया. तो आप मुझे उसमें बोलते थे कि जैसे आपने आज भी बोला कि इट्स एन इन्वेस्टमेंट बिकॉज यू आर हीलिंग योर जनरेशंस. That time I didn't know what healing my generations is, or what is happening, but I just wanted to heal myself. एंड हील का मतलब ये अब कई लेडीज सुन के ये बोलेंगी मुझे कैसे पता कि मुझे हील करना है. आई फील कि व्हेन यू आर सैड फ्रॉम विद इन, व्हेन यू आर डेस्परेट फॉर समथिंग फ्रॉम विद इन, आपको पहचान चाहिए. आपको एक हर किसी को पहचान चाहिए मिस. एंड हम एक्सेप्ट करें या नहीं करें, इट गिव्स अस दैट सेटिस्फैक्शन. But जैसे आज सुबह में when I took blessings from my father, I said, Papa, I want to be, I'm going to be here today and this is my first time. But, I just want to bring a change in this world कि मैं शायद किसी तरह से कुछ ladies को, empower कर सकूं, by motivate कर सकूं. That is empowerment for them. तो I feel very blessed. तो मैं खुद से भी नाम कमाना चाहती हूँ और मैं लोगों को उसके थ्रू एम्पावर करना चाहती हूँ. द सेंटेंस दैट माय फादर सेड टुडे मॉर्निंग वाज, बेटा जब आप फेम कमाना चाहते हैं ना, तो वो एक अवगुण होता है. सो देन आई टोल्ड हिम, आई सेड आई अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट यू आर सेइंग, बट मुझे थोड़ा सा एक चेंज यहाँ पे है. जब हम फेम कमाना चाहते हैं इज नॉट अ बैड थिंग, दैट आई हैव लर्न फ्रॉम हनी मिस. बट उसमें ग्राउंडेड रहना, डाउन टू अर्थ रहना इज वेयर द द फाउंडेशन इज. आप नाम कमा के घमंड में आ जाएं कि आज मैं पॉडकास्ट में हूँ, आज इसमें हूँ, मुझसे ज्यादा लोग कर रहे हैं मैम, लेकिन मैं ग्राउंडेड रहूं और मैं मुझे आज भी लोग मिलकर मुझे ये बोले कि यार ये तो वही राखी है, उसी से हम बात कर रहे हैं या उसी हनी से हम बात कर रहे हैं. That is what the blessing is. That is, people should never feel awkward or hesitant to approach you. So that is where I feel ये stepping stone है. मुझे ऐसा लगता है.
Beautiful.
So I
So
hope I made the
beautiful.
Especially
So beautiful, and I'm super duper proud of you. And if you have a mirror, just look into the mirror or look at the screen and say,
now.
Rakhi, I'm proud of you, and a big hug to you.
Thank you.
Seriously, what you shared, they were like, I could see you as my reflection, my words. And the way you have picked up, you've been an ideal student and a very consistent, very sincere, and very disciplined student. And I remember a lot of questions you used to have when we used to have our
Yes,
sessions. And that, and to be honest, when I was doing my journey with my mentor, when I was the most asked question person would be me. You know this.
same.
They was like, अगर हनी ने question पूछा तो सबके questions हो गए because she'll ask so
हाँ,
many questions.
actually,
And that was
actually.
with you.
Yes.
And so it's important because that brings the curiosity and understanding more. You want to learn more. You want to get all your doubts clear. So I'm really really happy to see you speaking, and I could go back to my journey while listening to you and your journey that we had together.
Yes.
So now, really very proud of you. And I have two things from you to be shared now towards the end of the thing. One, a beautiful message of self-love and forgiveness. Especially, I think these two things are your pillars. Everybody has certain pillars. Like, some people say it was self-love and gratitude, self-love and release work. Like, you know, but I always feel self-love is a foundation. If you hold on to it, everything else are the branches. So yeah.
If I may speak now,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
मिस आई थिंक मेरी तीन चार चीजें हैं जो मेरी फाउंडेशन है.
Mm,
द वेरी फर्स्ट थिंग इज ग्रैटिट्यूड.
mm,
फर्स्ट थिंग, बिलीव मी, एंड ये आज से नहीं है, probably ये मेरे मीन्स आई एम लाइक दैट, बट नाउ आई अंडरस्टैंड द पावर ऑफ इट बिकॉज
mm,
आई डिड योर कोर्सेज, सो दैट मेड मी रियलाइज द पावर ऑफ इट.
mm,
मैं हर चीज के लिए मेरे मुंह से थैंक यू निकलता है. फॉर माई सिस्टर, फॉर माई लाइक मेरी सिस्टर मुझे बहुत बार बोलती है मुझे थैंक यू मत बोला करो. जबकि बिलीव मी, on this platform, I would say कि she has been my biggest pillar of strength. She's my younger sister, but she's my mother, she's my sister, she's my friend, she's my mentor, she's everything. मैं आज जो इतना आपने मुझे हीलिंग दी मैम, बट जो मैं ये कॉन्फिडेंटली मैं आज बात कर पा रही हूँ. कल मैंने आपको बोला कि मैम लेट्स गो लाइव, जबकि मैं
yeah.
प्रिपेयर्ड नहीं थी, कुछ नहीं, बट आई हैड दैट कॉन्फिडेंस विद इन मी कि मैं कर लूंगी, मुझे पता है मुझे क्या बोलना है. उसके वहां तक मैं कैसे पहुंची? ग्रैटिट्यूड. आई से थैंक यू टू एवरी वन फॉर एवरी स्मॉलेस्ट थिंग. एक रिक्शा वाले भैया को भी मैं थैंक यू बोलती हूँ. एक
Mm,
वॉचमैन को भी, अगर वो मेरे बच्चे को ड्रॉप करते हैं बस तक, मैं थैंक यू बोलती हूँ. सो दैट इज, व्हेन यू से थैंक यू, God gives you more. That I actually, experienced it. When second is forgiveness. There are people in my life. I always say, they are my best teachers. पहले मैं forgiveness is a very 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 important tool. But forgiveness आपने सिखाया, forgiveness ये नहीं है okay मैंने तुझे माफ किया, तूने जो किया and खत्म. No, you don't have to go and tell them I'm sorry या मैं तुझे माफ कर रही हूँ. No, nothing of that sort. It is your soul thing. You accept, when you accept the person as they are, क्योंकि उनकी जर्नी है. आपने मुझे सिखाया था मैम कि हर एक की अपनी जर्नी है. जो तुम कर रही हो, that is you. That is your soul is like that. तुमने अपने पेरेंट्स से अच्छी चीजें सीखी एंड तुम उनको आगे कर पा रही हो. तुम मेरे कोर्सेज से सीख रहे हो और तुम उनको अप्लाई कर पा रहे हो. इट इज बिकॉज योर सोल इज एक्सेप्टिंग दैट. So forgiveness, why it worked for me? Because when I tell my family, especially my husband and my son, you have
soul
been
is like that.
that you're my biggest teachers. It is not कि I'm being sarcastic to them. I truly now I feel अगर वो मुझे इतना हार्ड टाइम नहीं देते या चैलेंजेस नहीं देते, तो शायद मैं अपने आप को उन उस तरह से मोल्ड ही नहीं कर पाती कि मुझे उन्हें एक्सेप्ट करना है. बिकॉज
Mm,
अल्टीमेटली हर एक को इस लेवल पर आना है. द फर्स्ट थिंग इज टू एक्सेप्ट द अदर पर्सन एज दे आर. और मैंने कैसे एक्सेप्ट किया उनको? जैसे मैं सोल हूँ और वो मुझे नहीं चेंज कर पा रहे. इफ दे आर टेलिंग मी नॉट टू बी ओवर इमोशनल, तो मैं नहीं हो पा रही हूँ. तो मैं उन्हें कैसे फोर्स कर सकती हूँ कि तुम ये करो बिकॉज मुझे वो चीज हर्ट कर रही है. नो, आई हैव टू एक्सेप्ट देम। आई स्टॉप्ड आर्ग्यूइंग। मैं अपने बेटे को भी, हस्बैंड को भी, अपनी डॉटर को भी, सबको मैं यही बोलती हूँ, सी दिस इज द थिंग आई एम पुटिंग फॉर दैट, ये चीज तुम्हें करनी है बिकॉज एज अ मदर मैं बोल रही हूँ। बट जहां आर्ग्यूमेंट शुरू होता है ना मैम, मैं अपने आप ही स्टॉप कर देती हूँ बस, कि ओके आई डोंट वांट टू गेट इनटू एनी काइंड ऑफ आर्ग्यूमेंट, बिकॉज अब मैंने एक्सेप्ट कर लिया कि सामने वाले तो मैं अंडरस्टैंड करती हूँ कि सामने वाला इस फ्रेम ऑफ माइंड से मुझसे बात कर रहा है। ट्रस्ट मी मैम, मैं आज मैं आपको मीन्स बहुत, आई माई हस्बैंड, आई डोंट नो इफ ही मस्ट बी सीइंग इट और ही लेटर सी इट, बट माई हस्बैंड टुडे, नाउ ही हैज स्टार्टेड एक्सेप्टिंग मी। वो मुझे कितनी चीजों के लिए बोलते हैं, राखी ये करना ना मेरा काम है, लाइक एनी यू नो, अगर गुस्सा हो रही हो या कुछ है, ये मेरा काम है, तुम मत करो ये चीज, यू नो, दिस इज व्हाट आई ऑलवेज डू, you don't do that. So when the day I was featured in the newspaper, he literally bought 9 copies of it, and I was like, why are you buying? I just need one. नहीं 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 नहीं, इट इज अ बिग मोमेंट, लेट मी बाय, जो मिल रहा है ठीक है, और तुम पापा को भी दे देना, इसको भी दे देना, सिस्टर को भी देना, अपनी बच्चों को भी देना। I was like, okay. And he kept 1 copy with himself. And you know from where I have come, what my
Seriously.
relationship was with.
Huge.
And today he has understood कि राखी पीस मेकिंग पर्सन है। बेइज्जती नहीं करेगी, कुछ नहीं करेगी, गुस्सा भी नहीं होगी, और अगर हुई भी तो थोड़ी देर के लिए हो जाएगी, एंड देन शी विल कम टू मी। तो नाउ ही इज ऑल्सो लर्निंग दैट कि ओके मुझे ठीक जल्दी होना है, मुझे यू नो अगर हमारे बीच में कोई आर्ग्यूमेंट हुआ है तो मुझे जल्दी नॉर्मल होना है। सो दैट इज वाई से जब हमने एक वो बात करी थी ना अभी कि हीलिंग, सो इट इज नॉट हीलिंग द जनरेशंस बट इट इज हीलिंग द पीपल अराउंड यू। फिर बीच में मेरे मन में ये भी आता था, मिस आई जस्ट शेयर फटाफट कि वाई एवरीथिंग आई हैव टू डू, इसको भी मैं हील करूँ, अपने को भी मैं हील करूँ, बच्चों को भी मैं हील करूँ, हस्बैंड को भी, फादर को भी, मदर को भी, सबको मैं हील, मैं किस किस को हील करूँ। तो वो एक लोड हो रहा था। देन आई रियलाइज्ड आई एम नॉट डूइंग इट फॉर एनीवन, I am doing it just for myself because I want a beautiful relationship between me and my husband, between me and my in laws, between me and my father, between me and my children, between me and my sister, and whosoever is around me, between me and my friends. Believe me, I went to my mother in law this time, and I just said, ki, you know, I want to hug you. And I literally hugged her. Maybe, I don't know, after years and years or decades, also, I would say, I hugged her. And I said, I just want to have a beautiful relationship with you. And the way she hugged me, and it was very nice, you know. It is not that I did for something, you know, to show off or something. I did it, to be very honest, because I knew that it is going to make me feel happy. So everything that you do for healing work, okay, it is for yourself. Give it a try. You never know where things lie down for you. There are so many paths. Just keep trying. कहीं ना कहीं जरूर healing होगी and तुम्हें right track मिलेगा and you will be successful. So that day it made my mother-in-law feel happy, my father happy when I told him, my husband happy. The most happiest person was me because I made that effort. I made that move. उसके बाद क्या होता है, I don't think over it कि अच्छा होगा या नहीं. So gratitude and forgiveness, this is why I'm telling you, because ये forgiveness सबसे important चीज है. So gratitude and forgiveness is most important, that is part of self love. So the moment you start working.
So when you say forgiveness, so I think you mentioned in one line that how I explained you, but if you, in your own words, of practically using it, what is forgiveness to you? So you don't go and say sorry outside, but what do you do then? How do you forgive? And what happens if you do not forgive? How is it replicating back to you? Like how was the life when you were not forgiving and now you're easy in forgiving? So one question is what is forgiveness and how do we do it? And the second is what if I don't forgive? I choose not to forgive because somebody has really done very bad to me. I don't want to forgive. So what do you
Okay.
think about this?
So forgiveness for me is truly accepting the person as he or she is, because they are not humans, they are just the faces, that what I understood so late. But if you understand from a soul level कि वो कहाँ से आ रहे हैं, जैसे मैं एक आत्मा हूँ, वो भी एक आत्मा है। तो जब मैं गलतियां कर सकती हूँ तो उन्हें भी हक है गलतियां करने का।
One point you mentioned two, three times accepting the other person as they are. But when will this happen? You brought it now that when I can make mistake and I accept myself. So
हाँ।
again, it starts from self
Self,
acceptance as the
yes,
first step.
yes. So that is what, Miss, ki until and unless you do it from within. First thing is, don't make anybody happy. Make yourself happy. डू वॉट गिव्स यू हैप्पीनेस। तुम्हें लगता है कि आज घर में बहुत काम है, फिर भी तुम्हें 1 घंटा बैठना है, सिट, बिकॉज इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू हर्ट एनीबॉडी। तुम्हें लगता है कि बाहर जाना है, मुझे मेरा मन है बाहर जाने का, गो, क्योंकि दैट इज हीलिंग। You know, if you're spending time with yourself as per your wish, it is healing. So when you heal yourself within, when you accept yourself as you are, you automatically healing begins outside. So people around you start healing, not because वो कुछ work कर रहे हैं, but because तुम्हारा perspective ही change हो गया है. So for me, forgiveness is accepting the other person as he or she is, because अगर मैं गलतियां कर सकती हूँ तो सामने वाला भी गलती कर सकता है, एंड आई शुड नॉट फोर्स दैट पर्सन। क्योंकि अगर मैं उसको ये फोर्स कर रही हूँ कि मुझे तुम्हारी आदत अच्छी नहीं लगती, तुम चेंज करो, दैट मीन्स आई एम नॉट फॉरगिविंग दैट पर्सन। एक्सेप्टेंस इज फॉरगिवनेस, तो मुझे उनकी बात बुरी ही नहीं लगेगी मिस। फिर अपने आप वो कुछ भी बोले मेरे बारे में, देन सेकंड कम्स कि जैसे मैं ये सोचती हूँ अब कि ठीक है, जिसको जो सोचना है सोचो। वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, जैसे आपने फॉरगिवनेस का बोला, हाउ विल इट कम? फॉरगिवनेस कैसे ऐसे आएगी कि आप स्टॉप केयरिंग फॉर व्हाट पीपल आर सेइंग फॉर यू। अब लॉट ऑफ लेडीज, इवन मी, आई हैव डन दैट, कि इतना इजी नहीं है। जब आपके सर पे लोग बैठ के आपको कुट 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 करते रहते हैं, तो हाउ कैन यू एक्सेप्ट देम एज दे आर, और हाउ कैन यू जस्ट नॉट केयर? व्हाट आई अंडरस्टूड, गो एंड टॉक टू देम। दिस इज व्हाट माय स्ट्रैटेजी इज नाउ। अगर मुझे किसी से भी प्रॉब्लम है, इंस्टेड ऑफ बिचिंग अराउंड बिहाइंड द बैक, गो एंड टॉक टू द पर्सन कि मुझे आपकी इस बात से हर्ट हो रहा है, एंड आई जस्ट रिक्वेस्ट यू कि आप ये मत करें। शायद वो इंसान चेंज नहीं होगा, बट आई कैन बेट ऑन इट कि वो इंसान नेक्स्ट टाइम करने से पहले सोचेगा और रुकेगा। सो दैट इज द स्टेप ऑफ बिगिनिंग ऑफ हीलिंग फॉर यू।
Right.
तो ये छोटे छोटे स्टेप से हीलिंग होती है, तो फॉरगिवनेस यहाँ से ही शुरू हो जाएगी।
Wow.
So when you take these small steps, मैंने अपने पास इनफैक्ट लिखा भी है कि every small step that you take for yourself is healing a small part inside you. So block by block बहुत सारी healings हो जाएंगी आपके अंदर, and then you will see the people around you, the world around you from a different perspective. You stop judging. हम लोग, मैं आपको ऑनेस्टली बोलूं, मैं कितनी बार हम ये भी सोचते हैं, अच्छा उसने ऐसे कपड़े पहने हैं, वो ऐसे आया है, नाउ इट्स ओके, उसकी वो लाइकिंग है, उसकी, आई हैव स्टॉप जजिंग कि ठीक है, अब वो ऐसे कर रहा है, उसकी कुछ मजबूरी होगी, वो इसलिए ऐसे कर रहा है, या उसकी फैमिली सिचुएशंस ऐसे होंगी, या ये होगा। तो व्हेन वी स्टार्ट थिंकिंग दिस वे, then it brings change around you, but then you have to start, the work starts from you. So healing yourself means start doing small things for yourself. Use these tools, choose a mentor. Trust me, for me, you have been the best mentor who actually brought a huge difference in my life. So I really suggest, taking your guidance will be the most beautiful part of their journey. And सबकी जर्नी होनी है, बट अगर आपके जैसा मेंटर मिल जाए, इट इज वेरी फास्ट, इट इज क्विक। So this
So,
is what I feel. So gratitude and forgiveness. So forgiveness, I think I have answered the questions that you have said. So gratitude and forgiveness, and just accepting as you are. Like my father always say कि अगर तुमसे गलती हो भी गई है, it's okay, don't go into guilt, because गुस्सा अगर आ भी रहा है किसी के ऊपर, it's okay, it's a very natural emotion, accept it. So all these small things made me what I am today.
amazing. Amazing. So my other question was also there in forgiveness. Ki, what is the cost of not forgiving? If you do not
What is the
forgive, cost, or what do we, if we choose not to forgive, or if we don't want to, then how does it impact us or the other person?
सी मैम, अदर पर्सन, आई फील मिस कि अदर पर्सन तो आप छोड़ दीजिए, आप खुद से अंदर इतने इरिटेटेड रहेंगे. व्हाट विल यू हैव इन इनसाइड यू? अगर मैंने फॉरगिव नहीं किया उसको, तो उसका ऐसा होना चाहिए, उसका ये बुरा होना चाहिए, भगवान उसको पाप चढ़ाएगा, उसने मेरे साथ ऐसे किया. ऑल दीज थिंग्स, योर सेल्फ, यू स्टार्ट टॉकिंग लाइक दिस टू योर सेल्फ. So what you are having inside you, I realize that it is all the negative energy that I am having. So अगर मुझे इतनी एनर्जी रखनी है अपने अंदर और इतने इमोशंस रखने ही है अपने अंदर, why not positive? तो अगर मैं फॉरगिवनेस नहीं करूंगी, किसी का कुछ नहीं जाएगा मैम. सबसे पहले मैं ही अपने आप को हर्ट कर रही हूँ, बिकॉज आई एम कॉन्स्टेंटली अंडर मेंटल टर्मोइल. आई एम ऑलवेज कंफ्यूज्ड, आई एम ऑलवेज इरिटेटेड, बिकॉज इफ not forgiving means expecting a lot from others. This is what I feel. So when you are not forgiving, you are mentally exhausted. You are constantly thinking about the people who are doing wrong to you, not about the ones who are doing good to you. I have been through that phase, so I know that. So now अगर मुझे भरना ही है अपने अंदर, तो मैं पॉजिटिव इमोशंस भरती हूँ. क्योंकि जिन जो लोग आपके लिए बुरा भी कर रहे हैं, जैसे आपने मुझे सिखाया था, जो लोग आपको आज लग रहा है कि वो आपके साथ बुरा भी कर रहे हैं, लुक एट व्हाट गुड दे आर डूइंग फॉर यू. तो मैं लिटरली लिखती थी, एंड आई केम अक्रॉस वन सेंटेंस फ्रॉम समवन, आई डोंट रिमेम्बर. when you write down a list, कि इस इंसान ने मेरे साथ क्या बुरा किया है और क्या अच्छा किया है, योर अच्छाई की लिस्ट विल ऑलवेज एक्सीड कि उसने आपके साथ क्या बुरा किया है. सो व्हाई नॉट फोकस ऑन दो स्मॉल 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 थिंग्स. आपने सिखाया कि आपके घर में इंटरनेट है, बहुत अच्छा चल रहा है, बी थैंकफुल टू इट. आपके घर में फोन है, बी थैंकफुल टू इट. तो मैं होती हूँ, एंड देन आई थैंक माई हस्बैंड ऑल्सो, बिकॉज he has given me that. He tells me कि I want to give the best to my family. चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए, मैं तुम्हारे लिए बेस्ट फोन खरीदूंगा. मैं बोलूंगी कि नहीं चाहिए, बट ही विल नो नो, मैं तुम्हारे लिए यही खरीदूंगा. ठीक से बात नहीं करेंगे, गुस्सा होंगे, बट फोन अच्छा. तो दो, दैट इज द केयर प्रोबेबली मेन शो. एंड एज लेडी आई फील कि सबसे ज्यादा एक्सपेक्टेशन हमारी हस्बैंड से होती है. बट हम ये भूल जाते हैं, हम हमेशा, बिकॉज हम एक्शंस देखते हैं, वी शुड ऑल्सो सी द साइलेंट goodness that they are showing us. It is silent, that is why it is not visible. So
Yeah.
I truly acknowledge what my husband does good for me, what my children do good for me, what my parents have done good for me, what my sister does for me or she has done for me. So these all people have actually brought a huge change in me. And ये सब देखने का नजरिया आपने दिया मुझे, तो आज मैं इसलिए यहाँ पे खड़ी हूँ. So forgiveness is very important if you want to heal yourself, and if you want to develop strong bonds with your family members, be it your husband, your in-laws, your parents, your siblings, your kids, anybody, and with yourself. Forgive yourself first. कि आपने जैसे सिखाया था मुझे, forgiveness starts from you, from within. First of all, forgive yourself. Don't get into the guilt कि मैंने तब ये स्टेप क्यों नहीं लिया, बिकॉज उस टाइम वो टाइम ही नहीं था कि तुम स्टेप लो. इसलिए forgive yourself. Don't be guilty. So that is what why forgiveness is important.
Wow, you are so amazing. I'm so, so, so happy and glad to hear you. Such
Thank
wisdom, coming from you, because you've really taken it not only theoretically, but you've practically used it and seen it. And that is a voice of conviction that you're speaking with. It's not only somebody taught you, learned it, and theek hai, but you've
you.
applied
No,
it and
no,
you've
no,
seen
no.
the results. And that is how the words are just flowing from you. So amazing, so happy, and so proud. And I had one more question which I just lost while I was just mesmerized by your words that you were going through. Oh God, it was so amazing. I'm like, wow.
Because Miss Meera, यहाँ पे, I wanted, probably this is not probably, this is a God sent, opportunity. I have always dreamt of, always, I think मैंने आपके साथ भी share किया है, I want to empower women. बिकॉज मैं खुद से, मैंने वो चीज देखी है, द इंडियन वुमेन, हम लोग अपने आप को इतना डिग्रेड करते हैं, इतना अपने आप को गिल्ट में रहते हैं। एक बच्चे को एक थप्पड़ भी मार देंगे ना, गिल्ट ऐसे हमारे अंदर आ जाता है। बट हम कभी इस गिल्ट में नहीं आते कि हम अपने लिए कुछ नहीं कर रहे हैं। हम अपने आप को इतना हर्ट कर रहे हैं, हम अपने आप को टाइम नहीं दे रहे हैं, एग्जॉस्ट हो रहे हैं, वी आर नॉट स्टैंडिंग अप फॉर आवरसेल्व्स। दैट इज व्हाट आई फील इंडियन वुमेन इज। सो आज मैं जो बोल रही हूँ ना, मैं सबके सामने, इट इज बिकॉज probably through me, if 1 2 3 4 5 10 women gather that courage, get that direction, कि okay, time is not lost. Never. The day you begin your journey, the time has started. So just believe in yourself, believe in believe in your God, जिसको भी आप मानते हैं, just एक step ले लो, the doors will open for you. You will automatically, your heart will tell you कि क्या करना है. तो आज मैं सिर्फ यहाँ पर इसलिए मैं इतने कन्विक्शन के साथ बोल पा रही हूँ, बिकॉज आई हैव अचीव्ड इट, आई हैव एक्सपीरियंस्ड इट, मोर इम्पोर्टेंटली आई हैव एक्सपीरियंस्ड इट। इसलिए मैं चाहती हूँ कि शायद कुछ लोग मेरी थ्रू चाहे अपनी जिंदगी को अगर बेटर कर सकें, आई फील वेरी वेरी ब्लेस्ड।
So happy, and such pure intentions are amazing. So one last question, of course, you have answered to it bits and pieces already. So if the audience wants to know, if you start loving yourself, accepting yourself, do not judge, take out time for yourself, create your own boundaries, forgive people, stay in gratitude, and much more, learn to eat well, sleep well, or whatever, fill yourself with positivity. How is it impacting? Is it only impacting your body, or how is it impacting in your relationships, in your work or a career if you're choosing to, or in your connection with your divine, and in overall in your own beingness? How is it impacting? How has it impacted you well?
I feel everything that I have done made me a better person as a human. जो when we are born with lots of qualities and disqualities. तो जो उसका बैलेंस होता है वो हमारे एक्सपीरियंसेस के हिसाब से आई फील बिगड़ जाता है। तो वी आर नेवर बैड, बट जो हमारे एक्सपीरियंसेस हैं, जो हमारी टीचिंग्स हैं, जो इंस्टिंक्ट्स हैं, वो हमें इम्बैलेंस क्रिएट कर देते हैं। व्हेन वी डू ऑल दीज थिंग्स, इट आई नेवर फील कि वो मेरे चारों तरफ के लोगों को चेंज कर रहा है या मेरी सराउंडिंग्स को, एनवायरमेंट को भी चेंज कर रहा है। नो, इट इज चेंजिंग मी, because it is healing me. Healing means you become more confident. You start accepting people as they are. You start enjoying with them. एक टाइम ऐसा होता है मिस, चाहे वो हस्बैंड हो, चाहे वो वाइफ हो, चाहे वो बच्चे हो, बिकॉज दे आर लिविंग इन द सेम हाउस, you don't feel like looking at each other's face. You feel so irritated कि अरे मम्मा सामने आ गई फिर कुट 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 करेगी। इम्पॉर्टेंट इज कि आप जब अपने लिए काम करते हो ना, तो आप सामने वाला अगर इरिटेट भी हो रहा है, आप कामली बिहेव करोगे, आप पेशेंटली, आप सामने वाले को भी टाइम दोगे, तो आप सब कुछ अपने लिए कर रहे हो। दैट इज व्हाट आई हैव लर्न। सो इट विल मेक यू अ पॉजिटिव पर्सन, इट विल मेक यू अ हीलर फॉर योर फैमिली, इट विल मेक यू पर्सन फुल ऑफ पॉजिटिविटी। आप क्लैरिटी आ जाती है, जो कंफ्यूजन होते हैं वो खत्म हो जाते हैं, ओवर थिंकिंग खत्म हो जाती है। मैं भी बहुत ओवर थिंकिंग करती हूँ। कल जब मुझे पता चला तो माई सिस्टर, शी द फर्स्ट थिंग शी सेड, तू फिर ओवर थिंक कर रही होगी। आई सेड हाँ मैं कर रही हूँ। तो फिर मैंने एकदम से क्या बोला, नो आई एम कॉन्फिडेंट। So then yesterday I realized कि yes, I'm actually confident. मैं जिन बच्चों को मैं हैंड राइटिंग सिखा रही हूँ, the amount of love and affection I'm getting from the children, they love to come to my class. The amount of appreciation I'm getting from the parents, what ma'am, teacher, parents tell me, मैम हर चीज ना सिखाना ही नहीं होता है। इट इज जो आपकी नेचर है ना, वो बहुत बड़ा रोल प्ले करती है। तो आप जिस तरह से पेरेंट्स से कनेक्ट होते हैं, बच्चों से कनेक्ट होते हैं ना, दैट इज अ वेरी ब्यूटिफुल थिंग, तो उस वजह से लोग आपको बहुत पसंद करते हैं। सो and seeing my name spreading like इस तरह से, how when parents, there are parents who come and tell me, मुझे उन्होंने आपका नाम दिया था, एंड शी सेड कि शी इज अ वेरी गुड टीचर, शी इज अ वेरी गुड पर्सन, बहुत अच्छी हैं वो, तुम उनके पास जाओ। and I don't know who that person is. तो it makes me feel कि okay, तो आज मुझे जो एक appreciation मिल रहा है या जो लोग acknowledge कर रहे हैं, why? Because आज मैंने अपने ऊपर work किया है, not for anyone else but for myself. So if you do all these things, don't do it to heal your relationship with your husband, your in-laws, your parents, your siblings, whatever, kids. Do it to improve your relationship with yourself. The rest will be the result, which will be like very obvious, and it will be visible to everyone.
That's what I keep saying. Everything else is byproduct. In
Yeah,
the process, what you are becoming is the main product. And
yeah,
everything else like in the beginning, when you said it was surprising when the article was published, it was surprising when you were invited for this podcast, or
yes,
in the evening also you have a podcast,
yes,
live Insta live that you have. So why? Because your goal was not to come on some podcast someday. Your goal was
yeah,
not to be a handwriting specialist. You
yes, of
didn't know
course,
that. It just happened. You allowed it to happen, and only thing, the one thing what you were working was you. The very, very beautiful and powerful message that you have given as a student and now as a teacher.
yes,
And that is also reflected, the people, skills कहीं से भी सीख सकते हैं. There are too many things, but then associating the way you said, I loved your energy and aura. Now people are loving your energy and aura and your presence for there. They feel safe. My child is safe over there. I'm so happy and so blessed that you are here. So, audience, if you're watching live, send some love and heart to Rakhi here. And if you have any question, live, if you have any question to ask her, like TK, you did it, but how do we do it? Any question or any kind, if you have, this is a time to send your questions in the chat box or the comment box. I'm on the YouTube also, I'm watching there. And till then, till you type and it takes a little time technologically, I would request Rakhi to sing that song without music. Wala.
no, miss.
Oh, yes, yes. I will come to hear you if you're comfortable, of course. I will always say listen to your heart. But imagine this will be for years, it will be on this platform.
I know, miss.
Uh,
Uh, okay, so I'll just just give me a minute. मैं एक बार lyrics निकाल देती हूँ so that I don't goof up in between.
yeah.
That's actually my very favorite song from the movie मैंने प्यार किया.
Wow. Which song is that?
So it is आते जाते. तो आते जाते हंसते गाते. So
Okay.
just a second.
So even on the Zoom, if you have any question, type it now. Till that time, we are going to listen this beautiful. This is my favorite song. Aate Jaate. So,
So just two, three lines I'll try. Yeah.
you're singing, and I'm sure you'll sing. If the whole lyrics is there, sing the whole thing. It's beautiful.
नहीं
It's a
नहीं नहीं.
brilliant song.
So, okay. आते जाते हंसते गाते सोचा था मैंने मन में कई बार वो पहली नजर हल्का सा असर करता है क्यों इस दिल को बेकरार रुक के चलना चल के रुकना ना जाने तुम्हें है किसका इंतजार तेरा वो यकीन कहीं मैं तो नहीं लगता है यही क्यों मुझको बार बार यही सच है शायद मैंने प्यार किया हाँ हाँ तुमसे मैंने प्यार किया थैंक यू
Beautiful. So amazing. So amazing. And you know what I keep saying? You must be, of course, knowing that all the love songs that you love to sing are all dedicated to you for yourself.
यस Actually,
All of them. So that will also empower or increase our love. And so there is any chat box. So many congratulations, Rakhi ji. Congratulations. And anybody else has given any questions here?
it's just one thing I want to say for one sentence is just like मैंने last में भी बोला है, in one line, forgiveness is if you want to do forgiveness, do it just for yourself. It will be a lot easier to do. Stop thinking कि आप किससे heal करने के लिए कर रहे हैं. Just do it for yourself. चाहे किसी के लिए भी हो. And begin with yourself. That is it.
Beautiful. And you have lived up to all the teachings, and it all starts, you only work on yourself, and that's it we need to do. We are always work in progress. We are never completed project. We are
Absolutely.
always growing, always loving ourselves, enhancing ourselves, shining more, glowing more, growing more. And that is an endless journey of loving ourselves, accepting
Yes.
ourselves, and everything else happens as a result of it. It just happens by default. You are calm with yourself, you become calm with your child. You are okay with your mistakes or okay with your husband's mistake. You forgive yourself for guilt, pain, whatever you've done it, you do it to the others. So all that you do to yourself happens by default. If it's not happening outside, the only reason is you're not doing it to yourself.
Absolutely.
And this world is reflecting you, baby. Come on, start working. If you're not forgiving, go inside and check where you need to forgive.
Absolutely. I even tell my daughter miss this thing because unka bhi, she's a darling child, very responsible, very caring, kind-hearted, sab kuch hai. But the problem is when she has problems outside, like when she has problems in the life, it is always that she will, focus on दूसरे ने क्या गलत किया. तो जब मैं उसको एक दूसरा पर्सपेक्टिव दिखाती हूँ देन शी अंडरस्टैंड्स कि ओके यस गलती तो मेरी भी थी तो मुझे यहाँ पे या सामने वाले ने मैं जितना उसको गलत ले रही हूँ उतना वो है नहीं और अगर है भी तो इट्स ओके टू इग्नोर दोस थिंग्स सो दैट इज व्हेन यू वर्क ऑन योरसेल्फ यू स्टार्ट teaching you start giving to people around you.
In fact, I think you become a better, like you were an amazing mom already, but now you are more evolved parent. It's a conscious parenting that you're doing.
मैं अभी
What
इतना
do your
इवॉल्व
children
हो
say
गई हूँ.
about
नहीं मैं अभी मुझे लगता है मैं इतना इवॉल्व हो गई हूँ कि मेरे बच्चे मुझे बोलते हैं बस करो मम्मा बहुत हो गया आज के लिए ज्ञान. थोड़ा थोड़ा ज्यादा इवॉल्व हो गई हूँ मैं. But then the journey is never ending. So I feel कि when it's just the beginning that you have to give. Take a small step. The beginning will start, and then it's a lifelong process. It's a never-ending process, and आपको पता भी नहीं चलेगा, but it will keep continuing. So consciously give it a beginning. That's it.
Beautiful. Very, very well said. So, if at all, one liner, if you want, is of course, you've said a lot to the audience, and I would request all the audience to go through this podcast again and maybe make notes because Raki was amazing at making notes. Everything she used to keep on making notes, making notes. And if you all know me, I have like notes of the thing. I am the one who keeps making notes. And used to even now, I keep making notes. There is my mentor says, one who makes notes. You know,
Yes. Yes.
those who write as a note, they make note, they start earning money because they have lot of stuff with them and now they can implement and apply and cash it also. So
एक्चुअली मिस व्हेन यू मेक नोट्स बहुत चीजें हमारे हमें पता सब कुछ है हम बहुत
I,
ज्ञानी हैं बट द
I
थिंग इज हम अप्लाई कितना कर रहे हैं तो
apply.
जब आप नोट्स बनाते हैं ना समथिंग यू नो 10 थिंग्स बट व्हेन यू राइट दोस 10 थिंग्स 1 or 2 थिंग्स विल क्लिक एंड इट विल टेल यू ओके स्टार्ट फ्रॉम दिस सो
Right,
दैट इज व्हाई मेक नोट्स और
right.
जर्नलिंग है वही नोट मेकिंग जर्नलिंग इज वन एंड द सेम थिंग फॉर मी तो जस्ट
Yes.
राइट डाउन इट विल आपका मन आपको अपने आप ही क्लिक करवा देगा कि आपकी कहाँ पे बिगनिंग है.
Yes, 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 yeah. So, yeah, everybody. So, my request go through the whole session again. Write your questions if at all you have. And if you want to start your self love journey, you can join my silver membership or workshops that we have. Or there is type gift in the comment box. I'll be sharing gifts of beautiful mirror magic rituals to you in your inbox. So thank you for joining, taking out your time. And it was
Thank you so much.
so pleasure having you here, and wish you lots of love, lots of blessing, lots of success in all that you do.
Thank
Namaste.
you
Take
so much,
care.
Miss. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
bringing me here and helping me maybe motivate someone. And thank you to all the people who have joined in for the live podcast. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart.
Namaste. Thank you so